Hey, welcome to the management team and personnel plan for tndneighborhoods.com. One of the delights growing up in South Carolina is the sense of community shared in so many small towns. Each one of these towns has its own main street lined with glass storefronts and wide sidewalks, inviting all to sit and stay for a while, or walk and talk for a bit. Not too far away, you're likely to find a classic American neighborhood with quaint homes that were well built in the early to mid 1900s. My hometown of Spartanburg, South Carolina has just such a neighborhood called Congress Heights that has inspired my professional life and instilled in me an admiration for traditional neighborhood developments, otherwise known as T&Ds, and for the historical communities they emulate. With our daughters off to college, my wife and I flee our empty nest on weekends in search of the archetypal T&D community, a place to live our life. But we've struggled to find current and reliable information online about T&Ds. When the forum you want does not exist, I say create the forum. Hence, tndneighborhoods.com. This is where we want to help you find places to live your life. I hope to share anecdotes and details about the T&Ds and historical neighborhoods we encounter and encourage contributions from fellow enthusiasts. So with that, let's get started on what we intend to do with this website and how we think it will be a benefit to you. Originally planned to be a non-profit organization, tndneighborhoods.com has been reimagined into a for-profit business that provides community services in pursuit of knowledge and profit. tndneighborhoods.com is a site to share and learn about traditional neighborhood developments and the classic American neighborhoods that inspire them. Originally imagined as a nonprofit service for enthusiasts, its mission has grown to provide a forum to support the industries that rely on and support T&D communities. With the support of contributors, whether it be content or financial, tndneighborhoods.com is here to create the same sense of community you might find in your favorite T&D. Enjoy. The launch of this bootstrap startup will require volunteer support initially to develop the foundation of this web-based business. Subject matter experts will be recruited in the fields of architecture, urban development, marketing, and potentially event planning. These SMEs will be given the opportunity to ascend to seats on the board. As the business transitions from bootstrap startup, powered by volunteer contributions, into a business providing services for profit, 3 key leaders will be recruited to fill the roles of Chief Operating Officer, Chief Financial Officer, and Chief Technology Officer. The COO role will be the first full-time leader added, with the other 2 positions having the option of part-time participation until the business is able to stand on its own 2 feet. As founder, David Reimel will act as CEO and editor-in-chief of this business and will be responsible for its launch, recruitment of SMEs for the board of director roles, and hiring of the COO. Once established, the COO will assist in recruiting and hiring the CFO and the CTO. 10 million shares of stock will be allocated initially for this business, with 5 million being distributed during the creation process. 2.5 million shares, or 50% equity in the company, will be distributed to the CEO and editor-in-chief. 1.25 million shares, or 25% equity, will go to the Chief Operating Officer. Both the Chief Financial Officer and the Chief Technology Officer will be issued 400,000 shares, which is 8% equity, and each of the 3 board of directors will be issued 150,000 shares, or 3% equity in the business. Employee compensation will go through a 3-year phased plan. The first year, all employees will contribute efforts to this business venture. In year 2, half pay will be given to employees, and during this time, team recruitment will occur, and we will transition from a not-for-profit model to a profit model launch. In year 3, full pay will be given to employees for the first time as the profit model is established. The business must begin to prosper and stand on its own 2 feet at this time. Employee compensation cost for year 1 during the launch will be just $10,000 for administrative cost for the corporate communications employee. In year 2, employee compensation will cost up to $625,000 as employees are added. As this is a phase-in process, we expect the actual cost of employees to be less than that during year 2. And in year 3, we've budgeted for $1.25 million in employee compensation costs. The recruitment, selection, and implementation of this investment strategy for this business will be to attract like-minded investors to a service business. Investors will need to be committed to a sense of community, sustainability, the ideals of new urbanism, the principles of mentorship, and sharing knowledge in addition to financial support. Working in the business model that transitions from a not-for-profit business into a for-profit business requires special commitment from the leaders and directors. 3 subject matter experts will be recruited with experience in architecture, urban development, and marketing to sit in the founder roles. Officers will include the CEO and editor-in-chief, the chief operations officer, the chief financial officer, and the chief technology officer. An additional early hire will be the corporate communications employee. The recruitment strategy for the board of directors and officers will first be create a website template, identify the coveted founders, share a vision for the business and website with them, brainstorm with these recruits for additional ideas, evaluate their interests, and then secure their commitment. Then further development of the website will occur, and we will identify professional officers and again share the vision, evaluate their interest, and secure their commitment. Fully committed to the project already is the CEO and editor-in-chief and primary founder, David Reimel. He has experience as a custom home builder in a traditional neighborhood development and has owned 2 businesses and has worked for the last decade for a civil contractor as the Director of Environmental Health and Safety. He is a current member of the executive team and will earn his MBA from Western Carolina University in December of 2020. He is an enthusiastic admirer of T&Ds and classic American neighborhoods. While taking a 50% equity share at 2.5 million shares from the outset, David will take no salary in year 1, a 50% salary of $30,000 in year 2, and a $60,000 salary in year 3. The qualifications for this position are a master's degree in either architecture, urban design, or an MBA, being a capable analyst, an effective communicator, and a proven leader. The role for this company will be to align the vision with human and financial resources to create successful business venture that provides informational and promotional services to towns, businesses, and communities involved with T&Ds. The role of Chief Operating Officer will be filled by Tierney Reimel, wife of David Reimel, who is the co-founder. As a previous business partner in a custom home building business that builds homes in traditional neighborhood developments, she has the experience and passion for the ideals of new urbanism. She has an associate's degree in paralegal studies and a bachelor's degree in psychology. She has 20 years experience working as a paralegal, including time as a real estate title search paralegal. She will take no salary in year 1, but will have equity equaling 25% of the company, or 1.25 million shares. In year 2, she will take a half salary of $62,500, and in year 3, a full salary of $125,000. The qualifications for this position are a degree in psychology, business administration, architecture, or urban design. The employee needs to be a disciplined manager, a fastidious planner, and objective business person. This co-founding role is a partner in the business who will run the logistical operations and staff development of the organization. The subject matter experts to make up the board of directors should come from architecture, urban design, and marketing backgrounds. There were 2 inspirations for the 3 board director roles in the organization. Bill Ramsey is an architect and principal at Allison Ramsey Architects in Asheville, North Carolina. Bill is a gracious mentor and brilliant mind, long experienced in traditional neighborhood development and the ideals of new urbanism. He has acted as town architect on multiple T&D neighborhoods and has vast connections in the niche industry. Aaron Witt is an entrepreneur for a construction marketing firm. He has excelled at leveraging social media to create minimal cost marketing strategies and is an enthusiastic entrepreneur who does not believe in limits. The third director of the board will be recruited from an authority source on new urbanism. Leading candidates would be coming from the Congress for New Urbanism, DPZ, Duane, Planer, Zyberg Design, or the University of Southern California School of Urban Development. There is no salary for the board of director roles. However, equity will be granted to each at 150,000 shares or 3%. The SME Board of Directors will provide mentorship and expertise to editorial content and business planning. They will provide social capital to the business and functional credibility to the authority of the website. The Chief Technical Officer and Chief Financial Officer, CTO and CFO, are both roles that will be recruited as professionals and leaders in the organization. These roles will not automatically include a founder title, that designation may be earned. The success of this business will largely depend on the enthusiasm and interest it generates in promoting traditional neighborhood developments. A candidate who has this enthusiasm will be recruited for these roles initially. However, the roles will have significant responsibilities that will require capabilities to match as the business grows. It may be necessary to fill these roles with more capable tacticians once the business begins to grow. The first hired position will be the corporate communications employee. This role will be recruited as a professional role and early facilitator in the organization. The candidate for this role will have excellent written and oral communication skills and must be able to communicate effectively with people from all walks. The success of this business will largely depend on the enthusiasm and interest it generates in promoting traditional neighborhood developments. The candidate for this role will require enthusiasm and charisma. This position will be paid at a rate of $10,000 in year 1, $20,000 in year 2, and a full salary of $40,000 in year 3. There is no equity for this position. Although we are in the planning stages for this business, it is appropriate to consider the exit strategy during the planning phase. The business plan calls for tndneighborhoods.com to become sustainable by year 3. Initial stock issuance is half of the 10 million shares allocated, which leaves 50% of the equity available to attract investors. While this business is a personal passion, at the time it becomes both viable and advisable to hire a professional CEO to improve the prospects of the website business or expand in other markets, that is when I will relinquish control of the operations. tndneighborhoods.com is developed to be an online resource for information for enthusiasts for traditional neighborhood developments and classic American neighborhoods. Its purpose is to begin to fill the information gap that exists on the internet in providing current, meaningful information about TNDs. As a secondary objective, the site is intended to establish its creator as an authority and enthusiast about TNDs and classic American neighborhoods. The clients for this business are those looking for a specific type of neighborhood that celebrates community and quality of life. Their internet search habits will be specific or exclusive. Their quality requirements for style of living will transfer to their browsing style on websites. They will be frustrated with information that is outdated or incorrect. Additionally, their desire for the sense of community that is created both in TNDs and classic American neighborhoods will match in their desire to be included in the conversation on the websites they frequent to learn about TNDs. Additionally, the voice of the website must be personal, like a conversation they might have on any street in any of these neighborhoods. And just as a reminder, our mission is to provide T&D enthusiasts with reliable and fun information about traditional neighborhood developments and classic American neighborhoods. In other words, we want to help you find places to live your life. We'll see you around the block.